All right, so out on the trails a bit today, having a little run around, a bit of a hike. But what I wanted to talk about today was what I think is the best way to choose the best equipment in the world. And this comes down to the choices between what you've got on price, what you've got on weight, what you've got on performance. This is what I call the magic triangle. I'm going to put it up there. So as you can see, you've got 3 points on the triangle. One is price, one is weight, and the other is comfort or performance. There's one bit of equipment I've found that fulfills all three. So super low price, super low weight, super good performance. I'll let you know what that is at the end of this video, but I just wanted to introduce you to this concept so that when you go out, you don't just buy the most expensive bit of equipment and think it's going to be super lightweight and it's going to be super comfortable. Everybody is individual, and it's what equipment works best for you. Now that could be a little bit of a compromise on weight. So some things could weigh 100 grams more than others, but you're comfortable with it. So do what you think is best and do what you find is either within your price range, within your weight range, or within your comfort range and performance range. Now there's certain things like the Thermarest NXT, I'll use an example. That's super comfortable. It's a sleeping pad, it's an inflatable one. It's got a really good R value, which means it reflects the cold back to the ground and the heat back to you. As I said, inflatable. It's super lightweight. It's about 300 grams, I think, which for an inflatable pad for sleeping on is pretty damn good. However, the price is about 200 euros or so. So as you can see, the performance or the comfort, super good. The weight, super good. Price, slightly too high. There's other aspects to that as well. There's other sleeping mats out there. I'm just using that as an example. What we do have though, is we've got lots and lots of equipment, even down to your rain jackets. So this rain jacket, super cheap on price, not very good on performance, but its weight is within the range that I accept. I think this one is a high estate one. I think I got it on sale for 28 euros or somewhere around there. The performance, it's only a 10,000mm rain jacket. It's not the best, it's not the worst. It's what I use because it was cheap enough to just ruin, basically. Okay, that's how you work out what you want to do. You can do loads of research on different channels. You can find out what your price range is quite easily by checking with your bank manager, I guess. You can check your weight range. So there's some really good formats online and really good ways of working this out. I'll put a link to one which I use. It's called LighterPack.com. Great little spreadsheet of how you put in all your weights of equipment, what the price is and everything. You can work out where you're going to go or what you want to buy. That's a good way of seeing it. For me, it shows a pie chart, and then I know which areas to concentrate on to either shave weight or shave price, and I can still get away with a bit of comfort. If you're an ultralight marathon runner, I've done ultra marathons, I've done marathon disables and round Rotherham and London Thames Path Ultras and quite a few others. You usually end up spending quite a high price to get the weight down because it makes you more comfortable when you're running. Also, you pay a penalty on comfort. The super lightweight stuff doesn't either give you the comfort or cost you so much that there's a balance there. When you're getting into backpacking, make a little Excel spreadsheet or use LighterPack. See where you're willing to spend money and where you're willing to compromise. See where you're willing to compromise on comfort and see where you're not. For me, the most important one is your sleeping system. So your sleeping pad, your sleeping bag, your tent, and that's about it comfort-wise. I like having a good night's sleep. Rucksacks for me, you can go for the ultra lightweight ones. They usually cost an absolute fortune. They're not as rugged and as hard wearing as heavier rucksacks. That's up to you. It comes down to the triangle, the magic triangle. Price, weight, comfort or performance. That's it. So the one bit of equipment that I do have that is super cheap, super light and performs as close as damn it to any other piece of equipment in that genre that I've used is a BRS 3000T stove. It is one hell of a bit of equipment. It cost me 19 euros. It weighs 27 grams for a stove. It screws onto the gas canister lids, and it performs very, very close to some of the more expensive ones like an MSR or like a Primus Express. It is a hell of a bit of equipment, but it's the only one I've found that fulfills all those three requirements well enough. The other equipment that I have compromised somewhere, either on price, on weight, or performance, or comfort, and I found not to be as solid as that stove. It's a great stove. Can't recommend it enough. I do not get paid by them. I am not sponsored by them. Anyway, that's my introduction to the magic triangle: price, weight, performance, or comfort. Try and apply this to each time you go out and buy a bit of equipment. It will help you choose and decide where you can save a few pounds in weight and in money, or where you're willing to compromise a little bit on comfort. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up and a like, and subscribe if you want to watch what we're doing in the future.